ultimately, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your
Ahmadiyah.
skin?
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of everyone welcome.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is
Nobody knows why liars lie. Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. It's God's side and the other side. Country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good. Uber bitch and look like Mr. Potato Head.
I didn't want to be a movie star.
No, you couldn't be a movie star. Ricky Smiley can't act. Cause Ricky Smiley can't act. Why is he in a dress again? He didn't be wanting to Barbie. And you gotta tell him no. Said ain't got no special, you remember. Eve ain't got no special, you remember. Ricky ain't got no special, you remember. Sir, I have 12 comedy specials. P. Diddy or whoever you is. TVJ, 20 of them. I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble and I'll still be bombing. Look like a wall, Richie. Look like a wall. You didn't say no. Look like a wall, Richie. Look like a wall. You didn't say no.
All right, hello everyone, Grand Rising. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Shakur, and this is your first morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, so let's get ready to get black into it. Let's get those likes up. Let's get the likes up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Exit stage and left. All right, now let's see who is up in here. Let's see who is in here. We got Charlene, Claudette, Nessie X, Pearly is here. All right, G from the land, that crazy beach Aries, the lovely T. All right, let's get into it. Desmond, shout out to my moderators putting in work. Root Trackers is here. Okay. Well, let's get ready to get into it. Above all that drama, I see you, beloved. Wavy, though, in the house. Felicia. All right. Nessa G and Nessie X. I get those two names mixed up. DeBear is here. Okay. Claudette. Let's get into it. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. You all know how to do the Queen. It's just terrible. Hey, Bookhurst DC. All right, Tawana is here. Tonio Blue Hawk. Okay, Honey 69, Lisa, Sarah, Ethelene Shelvit is here. Okay, so let's get into it, honey. More Diddy news. Y'all know I'm so sick of talking about Diddy. If y'all notice, I haven't reported on him in a minute. I'm just over it at this point. I'm over it at this point. Hey, Edward, and all hell no. Jeff ATL is back in the chat after my nefarious moderator, 6'3" soldier, accidentally blocked him or hid him from the channel. All right. Hey, Priscilla. Okay. Deronda's in the house. Chris is in here. Well, let's talk about it. So here's the thing. So this new report comes out, and honey, Diddy is tired of the BS. Okay, Diddy said he didn't know how many times he has to tell you guys that he didn't do anything. And there is, in fact, no proof. Nessie X said, I said, Diddy needs to sit down. Hey, Donna, beloved. Diddy said he didn't do anything, and y'all don't have any evidence. Y'all need to quit going around here telling these lies before y'all F around and find out. Okay? He didn't really say all that, but I bet that's what he's thinking. Okay, so here's what Diddy is saying. He's saying that for the case that has been levied against him from 2003 with the person who is unnamed in the lawsuit as of yet, and who was in fact supposedly 17 at the time. You know, they said there was a gang situation going on when she was draped without the D. Well, Diddy said that he didn't do it, and he didn't see who did it, and he didn't know anything about it, and presently has no knowledge of it, okay? And so therefore, he wants the lawsuit to be thrown out, dismissed. And so let's get into it. Because Diddy said they have no receipts. He says they have no receipts, and in fact, he says that that picture that they had, now there was several pictures, okay, if you all remember. I'm going to show them to you for those who forgot or missed it. But he mentioned one picture, and it's the one clearly where she's sitting on his lap. He said that picture, he doesn't even know if it's real. And quite frankly, It could have been taken out of context. He doesn't know the context of the picture. That's what he said, okay? That's what he said. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Diddy denies the gang situation, the Drake, okay? He denies the claims and says accuser's lawsuit violates his constitutional rights. And so Diddy filed a response to a lawsuit brought by a Jane Doe accuser who accused him of gang draping her and sex trafficking in 2003. Now, he denied that he participated in this or the trafficking of the then 17-year-old. The hip-hop mogul challenged the allegations in new court documents filed Tuesday, February the 20th. He denied allegations against him and former Bad Boy Entertainment president Harv Pierre and the unidentified man. Well, here's the thing. How is he, first of all, going to deny the allegations against the unidentified man? See, that's how he told on himself. I just want you all to pay attention. See, this is when doing too much clearly goes wrong. First of all, if you didn't do anything and you don't know who did, as he said now, mind you, he said that he didn't do anything, nor did he said, I didn't participate. He reminded me of Bill Clinton when he said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Well, that woman had him with him. Please pay attention to how they play tricks with words. But Diddy said he didn't participate, nor did he witness, nor does he have any knowledge of anyone that did anything as it pertains to that victim. In any circumstance whatsoever. That's what he said. So my question is, if he didn't participate, he said he didn't participate, witness, or wasn't presently or isn't presently aware. That's what he said, because that's important. He specified that he isn't presently aware. So was he aware back then? And now maybe he doesn't recall because he's had so many freak-offs, he can't keep track. I have questions. But he said he wasn't presently aware. Well, here's the thing. If he didn't participate and didn't witness anybody, how is he going to say what the third person who remains unnamed did or didn't do? And how, in fact, does he even know who this person is if he does? Because one would think that if he does, if he's saying that this person didn't do anything either, then he might know who that person is. And if he knows who that person is, then how would he know that if he wasn't there, didn't participate, didn't witness it, and isn't presently aware? I'm just trying to make it all make sense. I'm just trying to make sense. Miss J said, Diddy waited too long to speak. He knows all about it. Of course he does. Of course he does. You see, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you why he's come out and said this. Because what I didn't report to you all a few days ago is because like I said, was tired of talking about Diddy. Walaikum salam, Danielle, beloved. What I didn't report to you all is Diddy has a new lawyer. Yeah. It was reported less than a week ago, almost a week ago, that he's hired the same attorney that Ghislaine Maxwell has. And you all know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, right? That was Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator. Okay? The one who was going out and recruiting people for him, young girls. So he hired her attorney. So what I'm thinking is perhaps under this new legal counsel's under them, maybe he was instructed to come out and say something to make this filing. That's my guess. That's my guess, that this new counsel has come out and told him, this is what you need to say. Okay? Deny any knowledge of it as it pertains to this specific victim, and say you presently have no knowledge. But let me continue, because I find this all nefarious. So here's the thing. He's saying that there is the pictures really don't mean anything. Well, I'm about to debunk that in just a second. Watch this. I'm about to break that on down, because Diddy needs to have several seats. And the one he needs to have is next to R. Kelly and that cell where he's headed to. Okay? That's what he needs to do real quick. And now here it is right here. Now, here's what they say. I'm switching to a different article. Okay, so because I saw different stuff in different ones. This one has more information. Now, listen. Sean Combs, the rapper and mogul known as Diddy, has filed a defense against allegations that he and two others sexually assaulted a 17-year-old girl at a recording studio back in 2003. Now, the paperwork, which was filed on Tuesday, Woolley denied the allegations from the unnamed plaintiff who's suing Combs and called for the lawsuit to be dismissed. Okay, the document states that Combs never participated in, witnessed, or was or is presently aware of any misconduct, sexual or otherwise, relating to plaintiff in any circumstance whatsoever. Now, and listen, let me tell you all something. When you all hear me spelling out words, those are words that they really prefer we don't use on YouTube. And in fact, sometimes you'll hear me say the words and then spell it, which is crazy. But at the end of the day, sometimes I forget. Okay, please pay attention. In case you're wondering, why is she saying it and then she spells it? Well, because I'm trying to train myself to not say it because I keep forgetting. But anyway, I digress. So new paperwork filed on Tuesday says that he denies the allegations from the unnamed plaintiff who's suing him. And he moves for the lawsuit to be dismissed. Now, the documents state that Combs never participated in, witnessed, nor was or is presently aware of misconduct, sexual or otherwise, relating to the plaintiff in any circumstance whatsoever. Combs has previously denied a range of sexual assault allegations against him, saying on X, "I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." He almost sounds like Mel Gibson from that movie Braveheart, when he played William Wallace, the Scottish rebel. Please pay attention. Or shall I say the Scottish warrior. So co-defendant Harv Pierre, president of Combs' label Bad Boy Records, filed his own response to the lawsuit, claiming that he never participated in the sexual assault of the plaintiff, nor did he ever witness anyone else sexually assaulting the plaintiff. Now, the woman alleges that Pierre forced her to perform fellatio before he and Combs plied her with illegal substances and alcohol to the point where she could not give consent. She alleges that after reaching the New York studio, Combs draped her without the D in the bathroom, followed by a third unidentified man. Now, the new documents, let me tell you what Puffy should have done in this case. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. This is what Diddy should have done in this case. In this case, since the third person wasn't identified, what Diddy should have done is he should have gotten him a deal. He should have come and said, you know what, listen, I'm willing to cooperate. In other words, Diddy should have started snitching, okay? Let me tell you something. Right about now, if I was Diddy, I'd be telling on everybody who ever looked like they was doing something wrong, okay? Diddy should have started snitching. He should have said, look, now you don't know who the third person is, but if you grant me immunity on this case and just get rid of it for me, I'll tell you who that third person was, because I know. And I'm not going to tell you right now, but I will give you this much while you think about it. His first name, or at least the name he goes by, starts with a J, and then the last name starts with a Z. It wasn't Jay-Z, was it? Please, Lord, don't let it be so. But let me continue. With that all being said, goes on to say that the new documents from Combs also contest a photo that allegedly shows, this ain't no allegedly, said allegedly shows, we saw the photo, did we not? But let me continue. The new documents from Combs also contest a photo that allegedly shows the unnamed plaintiff sitting on Combs' lap. And he disputes the context, the genuineness, and or accuracy of the photographs, and complain about the 2-decade gap between the alleged incident and the allegations, saying some or all evidence that otherwise would have been available if the action had been promptly commenced may be unavailable, lost, or even compromised. Now, the case against Combs is being brought under the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Law, which allows cases of this nature to be filed outside the usual statute of limitations. The new documents argue that using this New York state legislation violates Combs' constitutional rights. This was the fourth set of allegations filed against Combs in late 2023. Now, here's what I want you all to pay attention to. Now he says, see, this is how you know he has new legal counsel, because now he's saying the pictures may not be authentic. I can't even tell if these pictures are, legit. Are these photoshopped? Have they been altered? And now he also is challenging the constitutionality of the legislation that allowed them to bring forth the lawsuit. Where is he? He likely got that from his new attorney, because one of his attorneys said that it was not constitutional. Now, 2 others were filed under the Adult Survivors Act, another piece of legislation that allowed cases to be filed outside the statute of limitations. One woman, Joy Dickerson Neal, claimed that Combs gave her illegal substances, and then Essie actually assaulted her back in 1991 and shared a film of the assault in a revenge porn attack, is what she claims he did. Now, another unnamed woman alleged that Combs and singer Aaron Hall draped without the D her. They draped her without the D, and a friend of Hall's in Hall's apartment, in Hall's apartment in 1990 or 1991. No settlement or judgment has yet been made in those cases. Now, Combs put out a statement following the 4th allegation saying, "I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday." Well, here's the thing. They could have been looking for a quick payday. Now, I won't say they aren't, Diddy, but at the end of the day, those sickening allegations are what you probably, in my opinion, absolutely did. I think he did everything he's been accused of. Now, I can't substantiate this because I wasn't there, but I do believe that he did all of it, if not most of it. Okay? And he's talking about a quick payday. Well, I don't call it a quick payday if you had to wait from 2003 until now to try to get your money. That's not a quick payday. And Cassie had to wait a decade. None of these are quick paydays. I just want y'all to pay attention for the people say, oh, they're out there chasing a bag. Well, guess what? If they're chasing a bag for a valid reason, if the things they're saying are absolutely true, don't they in fact deserve compensation? I mean, here's the thing. We always talk about reparations for the ills and woes that were committed and perpetuated upon our ancestors, right? With many of the, with much of the trauma having lasting effects on us, their descendants. You don't think these victims have the same issues? I mean, not the same issues, but clearly they still have trauma. And so they need compensation, okay? Diddy needs to sit down somewhere. But let me continue. So after all of that was said and done, Floyd Mayweather came to his defense. And I'll get to him in a moment. But let's look at these pictures that Diddy wants to say could not be authentic. Here's the thing. I forgot to point this out. So he's worried about the authenticity of these photos. Don't fret about that, Diddy. Because you see, in cases like these, where they're challenging the evidence, the photographs and things like that, well, that's why we have something called forensics. And so in a case such as this, if they needed to prove whether or not the photographs were authentic, they would likely call in forensic imagery experts. And they'll be sure to let you know, Diddy, if they're real or fake. Okay, that's what they'll do. Now I'm going to show you these pictures that he's questioning, and then I'm going to make a good point. At least I think it is a good point. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, as you can see, Exhibit A, this is the picture of the then 17-year-old alleged victim sitting on his lap. Here's another one with his initials, PD. Clearly, that's not a coincidence. She's clearly at the Daddy's House studio. So here's what I'm going to say. Even if even if he challenges the authenticity of the photographs, here's the question. Here's the $1 million question. If Diddy, Harve Pierre, and the third person who's unnamed didn't do any of this, who brought that 17-year-old 11th grader from Detroit to New York, to Daddy's house studio? Because that's where she's at. Now, we won't say specifically that's where she's at until he gets those pictures authenticated, if that's what he wants to do. But nonetheless, how did she get from Detroit to New York? I mean, she didn't catch a flight herself, did she? She didn't book herself a flight at the age of 17, only been in the 11th grade, did she? So I'm sorry. There's absolutely proof as far as I'm concerned. Now, whether or not the proof has been substantiated is another question. But I'm sure that it will and can be in court. You see, they'll call in the forensic experts. That's what they'll do. T of y'all said she was on the Diddy plane. Case closed. Exactly. Exactly. And here's the thing. Those pictures don't look like they were photoshopped or altered. Okay? They look exactly like what they are. Pictures of him with a minor sitting on his lap. Now let's talk about Floyd Mayweather, because he had something to say about all this. Floyd Mayweather refuses to condemn Diddy and says mistakes happen. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Now, he said mistakes happen. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Mayweather from the money team. Yes, mistakes do happen. But trafficking and sexually assaulting and gang rape, those aren't accidents or mistakes. You see, a mistake is spilling ketchup on your white blouse. A mistake is giving someone the wrong purse. A mistake is giving someone a $100 bill when you meant to give them a 20. Those are mistakes. Okay? These allegations are not mistakes, Biloff ad. But let me continue. So he says he will not condemn Diddy because he's still a black man and mistakes happen. So, now I want you all to pay attention, because you know how the other people love to tell us that we're playing the black card? Y'all know how they love to say, oh, you're playing the race card. Why are you going to play the race card? See, that's what Floyd's doing. This is an instance where someone actually played the race card. Now, all those other times when we say, oh, they did this because we're black, they're racially profiling us, we got stopped by the police, oh, the police shot the person because they're black. Well, those things are all true. That's not the race card. Those are facts. But in this case, Floyd Mayweather is playing the race card. You see, here's what he's doing. He's trying to justify or downplay Diddy's nefariousness because he's black. That's what we're not going to do. Okay? That's what we're not going to do. Because Floyd Mayweather, did you have the same grace for NBA YoungBoy? Did you have that same energy for NBA YoungBoy? I bet you didn't. I'll bet you didn't. I'll bet you didn't, because didn't you, in fact, offer that man $5 million to sign over his parental rights for your grandchild? But you say you don't want to kick Diddy while he's down. Well, I'll kick him while he's down, and when he gets up, I'll kick him again. Okay, and I'll keep kicking him until he's sitting in a cell next to R. Kelly, because that's where he needs to be. Facts. Now, goes on to say, he discussed the numerous sexual assault allegations against the bad boy mogul during a recent interview on the Pivot podcast. He says, I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen. I can't say if it is, or if it's not a mistake, but things happen in life. Now, P. Diddy's business is P. Diddy's business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stomp him and kick a man when he's down. My take on it is it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Now, I find this interesting coming from Mr. Mayweather. Now, mind you, I'm a fan of Floyd's. I'm a fan of his. I think he's one of the best to ever do it. But I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, say that again, Mr. Mayweather. Let me make sure I read that correctly. He says, it's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stomp him and kick a man when he's down. My take on it is it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Well, I find this all very interesting. The writer said, well, why he's speaking on it? Exactly. You could have simply said no comments. You could have simply said no comment, Mr. Mayweather, but what you didn't do is not speak on it. You spoke on it. And you really are just not willing to admit that he's wrong if the allegations are true. You don't have to say you believe them or not, but you could have said, well, if they're true, I don't condone it. But instead, he says he doesn't condone us meddling in Diddy's business. Well, that's too bad, because when things get on the internet, it's our business. It's not Diddy's business anymore. It's all of our businesses. You see, this is news headlines. So absolutely, we're going to talk about it. But let's not forget that Mr. Floyd Money Mayweather has a habit, allegedly. I think he may have gotten into some trouble a couple of times at least, allegedly, for putting his paws on women. For putting paws on women. Did he not? I do believe he has. So maybe he's biased. Maybe he's biased. Maybe he's friends with Diddy and he doesn't want to call him out. At the end of the day, here's the thing. It doesn't matter what race or ethnic group someone belongs to. If you're low down and nefarious, you should be called out. I don't give passes to people because they look like me and we have the same skin tone. That's what I don't do. If you're a devil, I'm going to call you out. And in fact, we all should. We all should. And you know, I find this all interesting because when Floyd Money Mayweather was having that beef back years ago with 50 Cent, didn't he call out 50 Cent? Didn't he call out NBA Youngboy? He's called out people before. Didn't he get into it with T.I.? Didn't he say things about T.I.? Didn't you call him out? So I'm just confused. Did you have a change of heart? Or are you having what I like to call, because Black people love to engage in it, it's called selective outrage. It's called selective outrage. And Black people deal with that all too much. You see, Black people, and that's most of us, not all, clearly not me, but many Black people don't want to speak ill of people whom they like and admire. Remember, D.L. Hughley didn't even want to believe that his daughter had been assaulted because he said he admired the person and it was inconvenient. So he didn't believe her. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. But he got so mad at Monique and said all those things. And then he talked about Monique's relationship with her son, completely overlooking the fact, apparently, of his relationship with his daughter and the ramifications or the trauma that his daughter may be experiencing because he didn't believe her. So Black people tend to engage in selective outrage, and that's so annoying. That is so annoying. If you can call out other races and other ethnic groups, call out your own. Call out your own. At the end of the day, why are we not going to talk about Diddy because he's a Black man? So what? So what? Aren't there Black gang members going around shooting up neighborhoods, killing innocent children and the elderly? We're not supposed to call them out? Oh, yeah, that's right. Most of you won't, because you'll say that's snitching. I don't have a problem snitching because I'm not a criminal. I don't have a problem. I'm not a criminal, and I don't call it snitching. I call it doing my civil duty. You come around my neighborhood shooting up and selling drugs, standing on the corner and doing all sorts of nefarious, yeah, I'll be the first one to report your ass. Sure will. So luckily, I don't live in that type of neighborhood. But at the end of the day, the point is this. Why are we, some of us, so inclined to give passes to people simply because they look like us? So because they are the same color as you, the same race as you, they get to do all sorts of nefarious things. And then he says he doesn't want to kick Diddy while he's down. Well, you mean like how Diddy kicked Cassie while she was down? Remember how allegedly Cassie was getting out of the car and they say Diddy kicked her in the face? He kicked her in the face again and again. We don't remember that. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, Diddy already settled the lawsuit with Cassie within less than 24 hours. So the chances of it all being true, the things that she said, is pretty much 99.99.9%. Okay? This is all crazy. This is what's wrong with our people. It's not snitching when you don't partake in those activities, to me personally. Exactly. Listen, it's only snitching when you're giving information to law enforcement or the feds or whomever to keep yourself from getting into trouble for a crime that you yourself is accused of committing. Then it's snitching because now you're telling on somebody to save yourself. You have something to gain. But when someone is doing something nefarious and you're telling on them to save other people from becoming victimized by them, how is that snitching? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. See, this is why Black people need to collectively start engaging in the practice of utilitarianism. You see, under utilitarianism, you do what's in the greatest common good for the collective, not just yourself. But many Black people only think about themselves and what they stand to lose or gain, but not us as a collective. And that's why we have all these problems. That's why we have all these problems and why we can't unify. Terry Hartford said exactly, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Reeducated Soul said facts on facts. Thank you. So that's all I'm saying. Now, Janine says Floyd's most recent incident in which he hit his ex-girlfriend in front of two of their children at 5 a.m. in 2010 resulted in a 90-day prison sentence. Well, thank you for that receipt, beloved. And you know what? Now that you mention it, I think that's the very incident that I recall. I can remember when it was, but I do remember the children being present. Thank you, beloved. So that's all I'm saying. Mr. Mayweather, I think you're being biased, clearly. I think he's clearly being biased. Maya says, it grinds my gears when people say stop snitching. Mine too. Because if people, in fact, did tell when certain things like drug deals, gang activity, drive-bys and shootouts and all those things happened, some of these neighborhoods in the hood would be a whole lot better. And some of these young kids and elders and other people that lose their lives may not be losing them. That's something to think about. But I digress. So now with that all being said, let me say this. I'm going to talk about a couple more things and then I'm out of here because I actually hadn't planned on talking about this. Like I said, some of you emailed and asked me to because initially I was going to talk about Aaliyah. But we're still going to talk about it on the backup channel because Mary J. Blige said that Aaliyah's death was a spiritual murder. And we're going to talk about that. And I also found a connection, because y'all know I stay with receipts and research. I also found a connection, I do believe, to Lisa Left Eye Lopez's death, whom I spoke about yesterday, and Aaliyah's. So we're going to get into it on the backup channel. If you're not following the backup channel, you should be. Okay, moderators, please put the link for the backup channel in the chats. And or the link to the next video. Okay, so with that all being said, everyone please get those likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds. Thank you in advance. Now, with that all being said, Donnell Rawlins called out Corey Holcomb. And I'm going to play the audio. I'm not going to show the video because TMZ posted the footage. I don't know if anyone else posted it, but I saw it from TMZ, and they don't play about those copyrights. Let me tell you something. TMZ and Vlad, what they don't do is play about those copyright strikes and claims, okay? Please pay attention. So I'm going to play the audio. Everyone, please get those likes up. Thank you in advance.
Okay, all right. Listen. Just be fair. Fair conversation.
Larry, way to go.
No. Let's be fair. Let's be fair and real. You say you keep it 100. Know how I get down.
How?
32. I rip.
You rip lights?
I rip. You ask any ever see me bomb. Anybody. And you ask anybody that don't know me, I keep it gangster.
I don't say you.
No, you trying to say I'm a bum. I ain't no bum.
No, I didn't say
And that
you.
saw.
Your is mild. It's mild.
You know what? You know what you're doing now? You're a provocateur. You know how to incite people. Ain't nothing mild about my.
People look at you.
Ain't nothing.
If you was at the mall, they'll put you out with your hot dog in your hand.
And guess what? You can say what you want to say. You calling me a mild comic is totally off.
So you a strong guy.
I'm a beast.
That's right.
Well, someone else who doesn't care for Corey Holcomb besides myself. Okay, someone else besides myself who can't stand Corey Holcomb. All right? Dorada said TMZ and Vlad stay in black folks' business. Yes, they literally do. Okay, no lies detected, beloved. None detected. Lisa says, Queen, that's not snitching when you're stopping someone from hurting others. Someone needs to tell where they're getting all those guns from in the city and other cities. I want to hear that who's bringing the guns. Honey, I can tell you who's bringing them. And you're absolutely right, beloved. Now, allegedly, let me say, as it pertains to all of those guns being found in Chicago, well, allegedly, the police are dropping them off. That's what some of the residents have been saying for years, and I believe them. But mind you, I can't substantiate that, so I'll say allegedly. But yes, I heard this back in 2017 or 18, that they have crates of guns dropped off in Chicago neighborhoods and alleys. And some of these guns are exotic guns, not the regular guns you just go find in any old gun store. Okay? And in fact, there was a report of a rocket launcher being returned to the police after it was found in a neighborhood. First of all, why did the police need rocket launchers again? And second of all, they claimed that it fell off the back of a police SUV. That's what the police said when it was returned. How was it not secured? How did it just fall off? I have several questions, but you're absolutely right. Now let's talk about Kelly Rowland, because Kelly Rowland had to go in on Tigger during her interview in Atlanta when he's asking about Beyonce's Renaissance tour and all of that, when she's there to promote her movie.
Sister dropped a whole new couple of songs, and it's my understanding that Renaissance 2 may or may not be country based. And then there's a rumor going around that Renaissance 3 may be either rock based or a DC reunion.
That is her business to talk about.
Damn it, woman.
And I know that you all are tired of answering those questions. But fans like me for the DC and Destiny's Child reunion, and when y'all took that picture, it got me like really excited in my feelings. I'm like, okay, is this really going to happen? Well, we still gotta ask every time we see either you. We never see Brittany. Come on.
No, but just ask them. I'm here talking about Mia Copa on
Okay,
February
amen.
23rd, and that's what I'm most excited about right now. I think that that's that, and that and I'm.
Your Matrix game is nice. The Matrix game is nice. So Mia Copa.
They're both such idiots. Okay, they're both just idiots. At the end of the day, here's the thing. First of all, I didn't find it funny. I found it insulting. Now, she's there to promote a movie that she's in, and you're asking her about Beyonce's Renaissance tour? Really? And then try to justify her own BS, the young woman talking about, I'm such a fan, and anytime, and then try to bring up Destiny's Child. Girl, sit down somewhere. Her and Tigger got on my nerves with that, and Kelly was a whole lot more poised and graceful than I would have been, because I would have gone in on them. Okay? I would have gone in on them. And then she said, we never see B. Well, if B's not studying you, that's too bad. But don't ask me about her every time you see me. See, this is about boundaries. You have to set boundaries with some of these people because some of them just do too much. But let me continue. Now let's talk about Erica Dixon and Diamond. Because black women, I need to make a point about this. Okay, please pay attention.
Diamond said you have no motion.
But for somebody that don't have no motion, I own my business. I own Class 6. I own my house too. Didn't have to move out to North Georgia to afford rent. But we talking about Dirty Diamond. Who been checking for her since what? 2004? I thought Diamond was his issue and his friend. So I guess she's mad at the relationship that Scrappy and I have. Why you mad at me? We just, kicking it. We ain't going steady.
The times that he's lied to the both of us back in the day, girl, I done came up and popped up at your house several times. A bitch pull up to my house, she gonna leave on the stretcher. I'm just letting you know. So where's all this coming from? Again, we know you have no motion. You need some camera time. The shop is still under renovation. You just had new beautiful babies. I'm still trying to figure out why you're so invested in your first baby daddy. You should be trying to figure out what's going on with your second baby daddy.
What is going on with the second baby daddy?
Why you can never post him on your page.
Why is that?
As I said, she's always been number 2. She's good at being a baby mom. She's good at being a baby mom.
Okay, Diamond sounds like she's clearly pressed, okay, and worried about Erica. She sounds pressed and stressed. So let me get this straight. She wants to know why Erica is still concerned about her first baby daddy. Why is that your business, Dusty Diamond, as Erica called her? That's what Erica called her, not me. But why is that your business again? And then pay attention. She said that she pulled up at Erica's house, but if somebody pulls up at her house, they're going to leave on a stretcher. So that lets us all know Erica never pulled up at her house. See, the one knocking on other women's doors, calling other women, asking about their man, those are the ones that are pressed and stressed. Those are the ones that are number 2, boo. She's talking about Erica's good at being number 2. Girl, what number are you? 3, 4, or 5? Because you're the one stressed over this man, sitting there trying to start mess with Erica and talking slick. I'm sorry. Please make that make sense. Now, she knows all of Erica's business. Did you hear? She just had 2 more kids. Why isn't she worried about her second baby daddy? Her shop's still under renovation. How do you know all of this? Because you're in her business. Diamond. Beloved, you need to mind the business that pays you. Black women, let me tell you all something. Don't ever in your life go to any other woman's house about your man. I don't care if it's your husband. Don't call their phones. Don't make a fool out of yourself, that's all I'm saying. Don't do it. You have no business asking some other woman about your man. None whatsoever. Now, I know some of you all are trying to justify that and say, well, if it's my husband, I'm going. No, you don't need to be talking to the other woman. That woman's not going to tell you what you want to hear. 9 times out of 10. Now, you should be talking to your man because clearly your man is the problem. If you have questions about another female, another woman, then your man is the problem. That's who has a commitment to you or you're in a relationship with. This is all crazy. She just admitted going to this woman's house. Girl, are you serious? And then says if someone comes to hers, they're going to leave on a stretcher. So she can do it to other people, but bet not nobody do it to her. Is that what she's saying? Of course, that's what she's saying. I think the fact that her name is Diamond and she looks more like a cubic zirconia speaks volumes. Please pay attention. This is all nefarious. Honey, I could never. I'm not stepping down off my throne for anybody. All right? Let alone. Now, here's the thing. I will pop up at my man's house. Yeah, I will do that because I have a right to, according to him. But what I won't do is go to some woman's house, knocking on her door, ringing her bell, calling her phone. This is all so crazy, including nefarious. This is all nefarious. Whew. Some of y'all need to sit down somewhere real quick. That's all I'm saying. King Avery Black Power is laughing at the queen. I don't know why y'all laughing at her. I am so serious. David said, I know you will. David, sit down. Okay. hold on. T of y'all said Scrappy ain't claimed this chick as his woman. Buy diamonds or zirconia. Oh, he sure hasn't. Okay. She needs to sit down, honey. You know what? Alexa, play Nuck If You Buck by Crime Mob. Ode to Diamond. Please pay attention. And Lisa said, absolutely, Queens. If you can't keep the man in check, let him go. Exactly. And here's the thing. You shouldn't have to keep the man in check. He should keep himself in check. Okay? I don't have time to be going around here trying to check on no man and see what you up to. You better act like you got some sense. All right? You better act like you got some sense. That's all I'm saying. Black Tongue said, I'm already sitting because a brother don't have time for the foolery. I know that's right. I know that's right. Now, I have one more story real quick, and we got to get ready for that other live. It's starting in 9 minutes to be exact. Moderators, please put the link to the other live on the backup channel in the chat. Okay? Please put it in the chat. Here we go. This man is suing because his lottery ticket that he supposedly, or he thought he won, they said it was an error. This sounds very reminiscent of that story I reported about 2 years ago about the woman who won all that cash at the casino only for them to say it was a machine malfunction. Let me tell y'all something. If I go up in a casino and then they gave the woman I think they gave her like $6,000 and a steak dinner, or maybe it was $600. It was something crazy. You all remember I reported that story? Let me tell you something. If I go up in a casino and I hit the jackpot, what you better not do is try to tell me that it was a malfunction on that machine, because they could do that anytime. What's to stop them from doing it all the time if somebody hits a big jackpot that they don't want to pay out? Honey, we'll be tied up in so much litigation at the end of the day because I'm going straight to court. Please pay attention.
On January 6th of last year, D.C. resident Joseph Cheeks bought a Powerball ticket using a personal combination of family birth dates and other numbers. Mr. Cheeks did not see the drawing, but on January 8th, he pulled up the D.C. Lottery website on his laptop. He saw his numbers. He took this screenshot. But the numbers posted on the D.C. Lottery website,
this is Powerball. Good evening, America,
were not the same as those pulled in that Powerball drawing January 7th. His lawsuit claims his numbers remained on the lottery's website for 3 days, and the size of the Powerball prize at that time was $340 million.
And I got a little excited, but I didn't shout, I didn't scream. I just politely called a friend. I took a picture as he recommended. And that was it. Yeah, I went to sleep.
Mr.
I don't know that he has a case. I don't know that he has a case because if the wrong numbers were printed on the website, that's a little bit different than that casino win. Okay. Terry Hill said, I'm glad I'm not a gambler. I hate losing on a dollar ticket. I don't buy lottery tickets very often. Very often. And only when, only time I buy a lottery ticket is if I dream a number. If I dream a number or dream about certain numbers, then I'll play the lottery. And, you know, unfortunately for me, I guess I could say fortunately, but I usually only dream the cash threes. I usually only dream the cash threes. How come I can't get the big number? Please pay attention. We niggas too said, don't they have the recording? Well, here's the thing. Lovely T said the lottery is a scam. Gigi Sounds said it's a scam, queen. I believe it is. But here's the thing. You said, hold on, what was your question again? Don't they have the recording? Yes, they do have the actual recording. And the recordings show different numbers being pulled than the ones that were posted on their website. So that's kind of a tricky situation. That's not going to really get him anywhere, I don't think, because they could just say there was just human error, you know. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to get him anywhere, I don't think. But like I said, in the case of that win at the casino, they want to cry out and say that the machine was malfunctioning. Yeah, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that because, first of all, like I said, if it was malfunctioning, they should have put a sticker on it and had it not being used. Since it was, in fact, used, after somebody wins, you don't just get to politely say, oh, I'm sorry, it malfunctioned. They could sit down somewhere. They offered that lady a steak dinner. They offered that lady a steak dinner. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but when I go to the casino, I win. I win, okay? Me and my brother-in-law, we always win. My sister won't play, but her husband does. And me and my brother-in-law, we always win. Because we're very intuitive. We're Pisces. And Pisces are very intuitive. So we always win. I've never lost yet. Now, I don't go all the time. When I go out of town to visit, my relatives, I'll go to the casino, but I always win. All right? Now, so with that all being said, Saturday said, yeah, I remember that. I want my darn money, not a steak dinner. Exactly. 169 said it wasn't malfunctioning when it was taking her money. Thank you. Okay, you got that right, beloved. You got that right. These, let me tell you something. These companies be trying it. They literally be trying it. I remember one time when I was younger, years ago, my uncle had my car on his insurance. And so I was making the payment myself every month, giving him the money. And then when I got into a car accident, that wasn't even my fault, but they always assume that it's your fault in the beginning. And so when I sent a copy of my license, they saw I had a different address and they said, oh, you can't be on his insurance because you don't live at the same residence. So if it is your fault, we're not going to be able to pay. And I said, that's fine. So what I'm going to need y'all to do is refund me all of that money that I made in payments for the past year. That's what I'm going to need y'all to do. So they sent me all that money too. Because if they had it, we'd have been in court. You're going to sit here and take my money all this time and then you're going to tell me that you can't pay because I don't live at that address? Please make it all make sense. So with that all being said, everyone enjoy the rest of this lovely day. The rest of you, or those of you who follow the backup channel, the live is starting at exactly 9:35. It is now 9:30. You got 5 minutes to get your snacks, okay? So with that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and light. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Also, for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, I will be premiering something for the non-members as well as a new video for the members. Okay, so until next time, beloveds, talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor. All in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I
I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause